Friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Tori. I am so excited to be making this video. I can't even tell you guys. I'm here to shout from the rooftops about one of my newest obsessions, which you guys will probably have heard on my channel a few times before this, but I'm finally sitting down to give you guys slightly more in-depth thoughts on this manga series because it is so good. Okay, so a little bit of context. I have been an anime fan since I was in early teens. I grew up on Naruto and Rurouni Kenshin and Full Metal Alchemist and Wolf's Rain and etc, etc, etc. Reading manga was not something that I really got into until the last couple of years. I kind of taste tested a few things. Last year, tried a couple volumes of a few different major series that are out right now, just to kind of see which one would pique my interest. And lo and behold, I found volumes 1 and 2 of SpyxFamily at my library, and I can tell you I was hooked so fast. So needless to say, that was the series that I ended up deciding to focus on first. So SpyxFamily is written and drawn by mangaka Tatsuya Endo, and there are currently 11 volumes out. I think the 12th one either is coming out or it just came out. So it is an ongoing series, and it sounds like maybe around 30-ish volumes. So we've still got a long ways to go. So I have no idea where this series is going to end up, but it is way too good not to rant and rave about it right now. This is going to be a non-spoiler review for the most part, so if you haven't read SpyxFamily or watched the show, buckle up, you're gonna be fine. I'm not gonna spoil anything, I promise. In the first volume, we meet Lloyd Forger, who goes by the code name Twilight. He is an elite spy for his government, and he is a master shapeshifter. Like, he can become anyone, and he can blend into a crowd, he can play any part. He is a master actor, and he is very, very good at his job. But when his next mission requires him to become a dad and have a child in an elite academics school in his country, he has a problem because he's not a dad and he's not married. So Lloyd goes out to acquire said family so that he can complete his mission and infiltrate this academy. Now, the child that Lloyd picks up, you can see on the front here, is Anya. And Anya is a tiny little 6-year-old girl who is an orphan, and she is the most precious thing. I will protect her with my life. Anyways, Lloyd adopts her formally so that he has a child to go to this academy. Now, you would think that Anya wouldn't know anything about Lloyd being a master spy or what's going on, but here's the catch. Anya is actually a telepath, so she can hear everything Lloyd is thinking, which just adds the most delightful element of chaos, because everything that Lloyd is thinking, which is this super big brain spy intellect, is coming through the lens of a 6-year-old child. So hilarity ensues, of course. This academy is so elite and snobby and prestigious that Lloyd has to have a wife so that his child has 2 parents so that they can attend this school. So he runs into a second problem because now he has Anya, who is his little adopted daughter, and now he needs a wife. And he happens to run into Yor. Yor is a young woman who agrees to marry or have the appearance of a marriage with Lloyd, who she knows him only by that name, out of convenience, because she wants to kind of have her own cover so that the co-workers she has and her brother and her, the people around her think that she's in a relationship, so they stop, bothering her and she can bring him to parties and things, right? But there's also a catch here, because unbeknownst to Lloyd, Yor also is hiding a major secret because she is a master assassin with the codename Thorn Princess. What's great about this, you guys, is the fact that Lloyd and Yor are completely secret from each other in terms of their hidden professions. However, as I mentioned before, Anya is a telepath, and so their little 6-year-old adopted daughter knows all. And she's trying to make heads and tails of what mommy and daddy are doing and why all of their thoughts don't match what they're saying and doing. And it is just absolutely delightful. The comedy in this is so good. I've kind of introduced you to the three main characters of the story, but there is a very well-developed side cast that go alongside them. We have friends, we have family members, we have a dog, we have, you know, people within the assassin network, we have people within the spy network, and what's so cool about this series is that it just seamlessly melds that kind of slight action adventure, little bit of thriller, spy and assassin vibe with the slice of life comedy and wholesomeness that is Lloyd and Yor trying to figure out how to be a married couple, first of all, because they're supposed to act like one, and also how to take care of Anya because suddenly they both find themselves parents. The wholesomeness of watching Lloyd and Yor try to figure out how on earth to be good parents and what that means, and Anya having the pressures of going to this elite academy suddenly, like she was not prepared for this, and she's not a high-level honors student, so she's trying to navigate all of these new social relationships with her peers. She's trying to prove to her parents that she can do well and make them proud and not make mistakes and get awards. And on the side, Lloyd and Yor are constantly trying to slip away for secret missions for both of their professions. And it is just, the balance of all of those things together is so absolutely delightful. I have not watched the anime of this yet, but I absolutely will be as soon as I get some time because I love this series with my whole heart. Yor is one of, if not my favorite, female anime/manga character of all time. Like, she is right up there with Tomoe from Kenshin. I love her so much that she now lives on my shelf behind me in all of my videos, alongside a couple of my Kenshin figurines. Yor is amazing because she's an assassin. She goes out, she kicks butt, she takes names, and then she comes home and she can't cook. And she's like, I'm a mom. I need to figure out how to do that. I need to figure out what does it mean to be a good mom or a good wife, or like, how do I do this? And I love that contrast that exists in her especially. Lloyd shows it too, but I think Yor just represents that struggle to figure out different parts of yourself and to learn things that are completely outside your comfort zone that you still realize you really want in your life. Like Yor, I think, really realizes very quickly she really likes being a mom. She loves Anya very quickly, and she protects her and she teaches her like little self-defense things, which is just adorable. But she's such a layered character. I love it. Lloyd is an awesome anchor. He's a little bit more of the grumpy to the sunshine that is Yor, and they are quite a fantastic match that way. He's very stoic, he's very calculated, he's very focused on his mission. I love that during the series we start to see cracks in Lloyd's armor where he realizes that he's not prepared for something when it comes to Yor and Anya, or he doesn't know how to actually be a good dad. Like, he might be able to sort of act the part, but how do you actually be a good dad? Now, I am also a parent, and so I think the parenthood themes of this story hit me so much harder just because there are so many relatable moments that Lloyd and Yor have while they're trying to figure out how the heck to become parents. This series, you guys, makes me so happy. I can't wait to watch the anime. I have heard really good things. I cannot wait until the rest of this series comes out and I can read it all the way to the end. I can't wait for the reveals that are being set up, because obviously at some point, like, everything's gonna come to light and everybody's gonna figure out, oh wait, you're an assassin. Oh wait, you're a spy. Oh wait, what? And I can't wait for that. I love convergences like that and reveals, and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. The only criticisms that I have of this series are pretty minor because they only really take center stage in a couple of the volumes. One of the things that I do dislike in this series is there's a few like crush things that are a little weird and kind of cross a line, in my opinion. There's a little girl that Anya meets who crushes on Lloyd, which, like, you know, whatever, but it goes too far, in my opinion, in just how it's written. I really wasn't a big fan of that. And also, there's a little bit of overkill on another family relationship that I won't mention for spoilers. I don't really feel like those things add anything to the story, and if anything, they actually kind of like pull me out of that immersive experience a little bit, which is, you know, frustrating. But other than that, like, this is a great series, you guys. I feel like the pacing has been really good so far. We're 11 volumes in. The pacing's been great. We've been getting little bits and pieces of reveals as we go that I think are really cool. The characters are just so solid. Chef's kiss. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a manga series that is a wonderful addition to your shelf, definitely check SpyxFamily out, because I can't recommend it highly enough. This is one of my favorites, as I mentioned, of all time now, and Yor is up there on my absolute favorite manga/anime characters of all time. So that is my sales pitch, if you will, for SpyxFamily by Tatsuya Endo. If you have read this or watched the anime, let me know down in the character who your favorite character is and what your experience has been with the story so far. I'd love to hear about it. If you haven't, please consider adding it to your TBR, because it's amazing. And this would be a phenomenal kind of gateway if you haven't read a ton of manga yet. I feel like this is an incredibly immersive and accessible story and characters for someone who might not be as versed in anime and manga, and also has a lot to offer for people who are. So you really can't lose. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I hope that you are reading 5-star reads, and I will see you in the next video.